expressing themselves, and that's fine. It's good for social networking, for forming community and forming bonds, but it's not great for learning. And I'm much more into learning most of the time. Look, I live for that great conversation, that great dinner party conversation where you connect with the other person, you say something interesting, and they say something interesting, and you build on that, and they build on it, and you learn something. Those to me are really incredible conversations. What I don't enjoy is like 30 people sitting around and sort of just, grooming each other, which is fine. They're scratching each other's backs and they're making each other feel good and they're connecting as humans and nothing wrong with it, but it's just not what I particularly enjoy. I'd rather read a book. But I'm a loner. I'm an introvert. I'm just an introvert who can perform in public, oddly enough. But there's more than one of me out there. There's other people who enjoy that.
So when you come on Clubhouse, do you feel like you need a lot of time afterward to recharge?
Yes, like afterwards, I go read a book or, just do yoga or meditate or go to sleep. Like, this is, well, look, there's a classic definition of extrovert and introvert, right? Which everyone's used to. Extroverts being people who gain their energy in public, and introverts being people who spend their energy in public and regain it in private. And I don't know what the correct actual delineation is, but that one strikes me as incorrect and too shallow because I'm definitely an introvert under some circumstances, but I'm also an extreme extrovert in other circumstances. So, and I know other people like that. So I think I can gain energy in the correct environment. Maybe it just comes down to play. Anything you're having fun in is not exhausting. Anything you are not having fun in is suffering, right? Look at all the people who go to work and work hard all day and they hate it and they come back and they're exhausted, but yet they can jump into a video game and immerse themselves into a video game. And on an objective basis, a difficult video game is just as much work as quote unquote real work, but yet it's not exhausting. And because there's no suffering in the video game, the stakes are low. You don't feel stressed about how things are going to go. You don't feel, you don't care much about the outcome. So you can let go. And when you let go and you don't care about the outcome, you don't suffer as much. So I think the extrovert introvert delineation is probably too shallow. It's too neat. It's like Myers-Briggs, there's 16 kinds of people, or astrology, there's 12 kinds of horoscopes. It just doesn't begin to capture the combinatorics of human DNA. There's 7 billion people on the earth. You'll never find any two who are vaguely similar. You won't be able to substitute anybody for anybody. So in that sense, yes, everyone is a unique snowflake, much more than a snowflake, actually. More like the most intricate jewel ever designed through DNA, which is actually, technically speaking, a crystal because it doesn't actually break down as it transfers through generations. It survives pure and replicates purely. So DNA is kind of a crystal, an analogy. And Anyway, so I don't buy the extrovert introvert thing. I just think in environments where you are not suffering, where you're enjoying them yourself, you will maintain or gain energy. And environments where you are not enjoying yourself, where the stakes are too high, you're too self-obsessed, you care too much about the outcome, and there's too much stress, and there are too many unknowns, then you will lose energy. And I think a person can gain or lose energy both in an extroverted and an introverted mode.